good evening YouTube. Sorry, my camera cut out then. Right, so I'm going to continue with the story with the RMS Titanic now, the ill-fated maiden voyage. So it's now the 14th of April 1912. So this is when disaster struck for the RMS Titanic. So please subscribe to my channel. It really means a lot. Please consider a like, and also if you like news and if you like the type of content, please give a comment. I look at all my comments and on with the video. So it's now the 14th of April 1912, and now on the 14th of April 1912, the RMS Titanic was still on course from Southampton to New York. So at this point, the RMS Titanic was heading towards Iceberg Alley. So on this day, the 14th of April 1912, the RMS Titanic received 6 ice warnings from different ships in the area. Yeah, the Titanic's radio operators on board the ship got 6 ice warnings from different ships in the area. The first warning came through at 9 o'clock on the morning of the 14th of April 1912. That was the first warning for ice, and this one came through from the RMS Caledonia, and she reported bergs and growlers within the area. Captain Smith looked at this, acknowledged this message because he saw this one. So the second warning came through at 13:42 from a Greek ocean liner called the Greek ocean liner called the maiden. But this was replayed back from the RMS Baltic. So this was ice warning number 2. And she was passing icebergs and large quantity of ice fields. And this was played to the RMS Titanic from the RMS Baltic from the Greek ocean liner Antilia. The third warning came through at 1:45 on the afternoon on the 14th of April 1912. This was the third ice warning that came through, but the one before this one, Captain Smith acknowledged this one as well. The German ship called SS America, which was a short distance to the south of where the RMS Titanic was. And she reported that she'd passed 2 large icebergs. However, this message never received the bridge or the captain. They never received them. So this was the first message that Captain Smith and the officers on board the RMS Titanic didn't get. Well, it probably was to do with the fact that the radio operators on board the RMS Titanic was repairing some faulty equipment. So it was either forgotten about or misplaced. The fourth warning came through for ice from a well-known ship called the SS Californian. At 7:30 at night. So the SS Californian reported at 7:30 at night that she reported 3 large bergs where the Titanic was heading. The fourth ice warning was given to the RMS Titanic at 21:40, 20 to 10. And this was given by the steamer called Masbo. And she saw much heavier pack ice and a great number of icebergs in the area. Well, the radio operator at the time, called Jack Phillips, he tried to deliver and yet again, this message didn't get to the bridge or the officers on board the RMS Titanic. The final warning for ice came through at 10:30 on the night. Came from the SS Californian again. And this was given by the radio operator on board the SS Californian called Cyril Edwards. So that ship had packed up for the night, so they didn't want to risk going any more into the ice. So they'd halted for the night. By some miles away from where the RMS Titanic was steaming. But radio operator Jack Phillips cut this one off and said to Sir Edwards on board the SS Californian, shut up and work in Cape Race. Right, now RMS Titanic approaches Iceberg Alley. So she's approaching Iceberg Alley now, in the direction where Captain Smith ordered to get changed. As the RMS Titanic approached a fatal collision with the iceberg, most of her passengers had gone to bed for the night because it was really tight, so they just had to go to bed for the night. And control on the bridge had been passed down from Second Officer Charles Lloyd-Teller. Second Officer Charles Lloyd-Teller had passed the control to First Officer William Murdoch. So he was in charge on the bridge that night now. And the lookouts in the crow's nest was 2 guys named by which was called Frederick Lee and Reginald Lee. They was on board. They was in the crow's nest, keeping a lookout for icebergs and anything what was in the way of the RMS Titanic's path. There was 95 foot above the deck of the Titanic, which is just up here, but the thing snapped off, so. But there was 95 foot above the deck here. So I had a good view of what was in front of the RMS Titanic. But on this night, the RMS Titanic was in Iceberg Alley. The temperatures plummeted that night to nearly freezing. And the ocean was completely calm. It was like glass. Because it was so smooth and so clear that the stars reflected in the water. At 11:30 on the 14th of April 1912, at 11:30, the lookouts, Frederick Fleet and Reginald Lee, noticed a slight haze on the horizon. I thought nothing of it really, because I thought, this was a cold water mirage, what's known as when cold water meets warm area, well, meets warm water. So this was a water mirage. So it completely blanked what's in front of the Titanic, and it looked like the Titanic's path was clear. But when the RMS Titanic came into Iceberg Valley, but 9 minutes later, at 23:39, Frederick Fleet saw an iceberg straight in front of the RMS Titanic, straight in front of the RMS Titanic's path. So Frederick Fleet ran the cruiser spell 3 times. Ding, ding, ding. Then he telephoned the bridge. And he informed 6th Officer James Moody. So at this point, the phone in the cruiser was ringing the bridge. Fleet asked when they answered the phone, "Is anybody there?" When James Moody answered the phone, then James Moody replied to Frederick Fleet, "Yes, what do you see?" Then Frederick Fleet said, "Iceberg, right ahead." After thanking Frederick Fleet, James Moody, the 6th Officer James Moody that was on duty that night, he relayed the message to First Officer William Murdoch. Who ordered Quartermaster Robert Higgins to change the ship to give the order hard to starboard, because I wanted to avoid the iceberg. And this would result in the ship's tiller being diverted and moving away from the iceberg. And he also rang full astern as well. He also rang full astern to the ship's telegraph. So he also did hard astern as well. So First Officer William Murdoch did everything he could to try and avoid this collision, but it didn't happen. And RMS Titanic collided with the iceberg on the starboard side, just below the waterline. So there was a huge crash on this line down here below the waterline, and this opened 5 of the 6 watertight compartments to the sea. So water was flooding in when Titanic hit the iceberg. So Titanic moved. She was drifting after hitting the iceberg. She was drifting that way, where there's a huge, massive gas on below the waterline. So 5 of the watertight compartments were opened up to the sea, and water began to rush in. So at this point, all the officers on board the Titanic realised that the RMS Titanic was going to sink. But instead of a head-on collision, when the RMS Titanic turned, right, it also change in direction caused the RMS Titanic to scrape along the iceberg with a glancing blur. The underwater spare on board the RMS Titanic, which is just put under here, I scraped along the starboard side of the RMS Titanic, scraped along the starboard side. For about 7 seconds on the impact, ice from the iceberg ripped into the Titanic. Yeah, the ice dislodged from the iceberg fell onto the water. Well, fell onto the RMS Titanic's forward well deck, which is here. The impact with the iceberg on board the RMS Titanic, the impact of this iceberg disaster created a huge opening on board them within the Titanic's starboard side, and also water began to gush in, and five of Titanic's 6 watertight compartments began to flood as water gushed in. So they knew at this point that the RMS Titanic was going to be sinking. So after the iceberg, she began drifting. She began drifting from the iceberg, right? And she began to slowly sink by the head. Like that, she began to slowly sink by the head. So when this happened, officers on board the RMS Titanic woke up with fright, because they felt the shudder on board the RMS Titanic. So that's what I'm going to leave for today, guys. So stay tuned for the 6th and final part of the RMS Titanic's disaster tomorrow, when she sank into the Atlantic Ocean, was gone forever. So stay tuned for the next video, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.